Every woodworker has their favorite woods they like to use. And of course, I have my favorite woods too. That's not to say I wouldn't work with other types of wood, but for most things, these 5 woods are my default woods that I enjoy making things for the house or for others. This deserves a good talk about. Hello anyone, I'm Scott Bain. They call me the Old Farmer. If you've been a woodworker for any length of time, you will eventually find that when making things you default to several wood species. James Wright, for example, loves his white oak, but will work with a variety of species.
2 long ones for the 2 shelves and 2 short ones that will space the shelves out. And it's going to be a really simple design, having dovetails on either end holding the top to the bottom via the verticals. And so I'm just going to play down how far apart do I want these shelves to be. That's how long the 2 end pieces need to be. And whatever's left over, that's how long the shelves are going to be. It ended up being a little over 3 foot long and about 10 inches apart from the shelves.
It's important to realize that just because some YouTube channel likes a particular wood, that you should too. This is absolutely the wrong way to think. Each person deals with specific situations and circumstances. It may be the price of the wood, the availability, or the way the wood finishes, or the way the finished project will look. Many will go, ooh, and ah, over purple wood. Yes, it's a pretty wood for a while, then it turns brownish gray. Many of the varieties will lose the reason why a specific color in a wood is chosen and will wind up with a muddy gray appearance. So for me, unless I want to try something for a lark, I have no interest in working with purple wood. You may be surprised why I won't work with some of the most popular woods. Take white oak, James Wright's favorite, as I mentioned earlier. I don't like the look of the wood, and every fast food restaurant trims out in white oak. Do you really want to copy the look of a fast food restaurant? That alone is enough for me to avoid the wood, but I don't like how the grain looks. If I want something close, I will use ash. Granted, it's harder to work and it dulls tools a bit faster, but I don't use that much. My favorite woods that I like to use, listed as most favorite to least favorite, is pine. I like the warm look it keeps, and the more the sun shines on it, the warmer the look. I will use most pines, but my favorite is southern yellow pine for its hardness. To be honest, I haven't worked with all varieties such as ponderosa pine. It might be interesting to get a hold of some and build something with it. Next, I would have to say that it would be cherry. I again like the way it ages over time. There are fewer knots and I find it rather easy to handle in a project. My third favorite wood would be red oak. It's not as difficult to work with in a project than white oak, and again, I like the way the wood ages. My fourth favorite would be maple. When making small salad boards, cutting boards for chopping for salad, I will usually take just 2 pieces of maple and glue them together and make them a bit smaller than a box of grape nut cereal. This size cutting board is easy to use with a smaller knife and won't take up a lot of space. My fifth wood type is ash. It's a very hard wood and works well in cutting boards, and over time it will be a nice offset wood for maple and cherry. I know I said that I would list my 5 favorites, but let me throw in a 6th favorite. That is hickory. It's a strong wood, excellent in cutting boards, and can offer a more rustic look if properly prepared. It splits easily and is good offset wood to my other favorite woods. It's important to me to consider how the wood will look as it ages. Also, the grain matters to me. Take cherry. I can get it as plain as poplar or find pieces that are as graphic as black walnut can be. Granted, if the piece is going to be painted, I have no problem using poplar, but don't tell anyone that's my 7th favorite. Also, over time, it turns into a very hard wood, quite often used in barn beams. The thing is, I won't be locked into these woods. If there's a project where I want a specific look, I will get other varieties of wood. It all depends upon the project. But in the end, most of what I do can be done with these woods and be very happy with the outcome. With a couple of exceptions. Other than where grains go in every direction at the same time, I haven't found a wood that I didn't like for a specific project. So what are your favorite woods? Leave a comment below.
Thank you for watching, and please be safe.
We'd sure appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a comment. You know how YouTube behaves. They won't believe you watched a video unless you leave a comment. Also, it would help if you ring the bell and do a thumbs up. As you know, if I find a good channel, I pass it on to you. So if you think it's appropriate, it would sure help if you passed us on to your closest 10,000 friends and family. But above all, give a helping hand to someone today. It's the best gift to give. It'll make you feel good too.
Don't forget to click like, subscribe, share, or ring the bell buttons on the Original Old Farmer channel. We enjoy reading the comments that you leave, and they do help the channel, so keep them coming. And once again, thank you for watching The Original Old Farmer.
The VFW National Home for Children, providing families of veterans and active duty military opportunities for growth and development in a nurturing community. Please consider a donation to help their children and families. I.C. Rhodes speaking.